Good afternoon, everyone. Today is World Mental Health Day. Take a moment and give yourself permission to feel better. And I want to propose to you that if you're an overthinker, you can try to sit and think your way to feel better. You could try that. But the best way is to just begin to move better. Yes, you might go to the gym, you might go to that yoga class, you might go for that walk, but there's power in just taking a couple minutes every day. Don't think and just begin to move. Just a little bit of movement, lift the head up, breathe. And you'd be surprised how quick, it's almost instant, you will feel better. You got this. Just a little bit of movement. And I'm going to talk about this today because I know you want some content, but give yourself the permission to move if you can, if you haven't done so. A couple minutes here and there throughout the day. The science is in. We know what it does. They've measured people. You get up and move, and you instantly change your biochemistry. So you can go the long way. You can sit and overthink. Think about your job. You're sitting. You're looking down. You're thinking. You're and we tend to overthink. I know that's what was true for me. Overthinking, always. Even got the lines on my face to prove it. But I'm going to tell you, if you get up and you just start to move, and it doesn't take much. Move better to feel better, not think better. The thinking will follow the movement. You start to move, and all of a sudden your thoughts start to fire. Your brain's going, oh, something's different. It's uncomfortable. What are we doing? I'm used to sitting down over the desk. I'm not used to standing up and jumping around and moving associated with my workday. So the brain starts to fire differently, new connections, new ideas, new perspectives, new awakenings. Creativity starts to fire. Your face opens up, your body opens up, your muscles, you go, something's different here. Something's different. I don't know what it is. It feels weird. But eventually, you're like, oh, wow, I like this. I want more of this. So give yourself this moment today on mental health, World Mental Health Day. And it might feel awkward to get up and move. It doesn't feel like I'm supposed to be sitting down and working. But if you cultivate the habit, a few minutes here, there, 5 minutes here, 3 minutes there, and you sprinkle that in throughout the day, you're putting pieces of the puzzle together and you're causing the brain to fire differently. Because you're going, instead of going, I'm going to think, you don't think. As soon as you start to overthink, just get up and just start moving. And find a move that works for you. You can do this, you do the wave, whatever movement, just move. And your body will show you the way, and then your thoughts will start to fire differently. So this is a midday. I'm going to be here for another maybe few minutes, 5 minutes or so. But if you haven't moved yet, make a declaration. And if you do, type it in the comments, because it is World Mental Health Day. And some of us have deep scars. We have deep scars that we haven't healed from, and it shows up in life. And I know I had some deep scars, and it took me to go the long road, not feeling lack of worth. My ego did a great job presenting a certain way, but once it got tough, relationships, job, sports, I just crumbled. And I look back and I know those moments when I crumbled, and they were great opportunities to grow. So we know folks are struggling today. We know isolation is a big problem, because as great as technology is, it can also cause us to isolate. So do you need to get away from the technology and go get out in front of people, a group of friends, a community, Go, even just show up. Again, don't think, just go. Don't, if you think too much, you won't do it. You won't do it. And that's what we tend to do. We sit back and we overthink. So I'm cheering for you today. I want you to get into action today. And I'm just going to share a couple things that were in my morning reflection that I know could help you. Bad thoughts are not the problem. Bad thoughts are not the problem. That's paradoxical. Yes, they are. You're going to have bad thoughts. Just accept it. You are going to have some bad thoughts. You are going to have some down moments. I have them consistently. What's the difference? Well, first of all, let me give you the context. Bad thoughts are required. So bad thoughts are not the problem. And now you're telling me bad thoughts are required. Bad thoughts create the polarity and the contrast required to fuel and spark progress. You wouldn't know what's good if you didn't know what was bad. So the idea here is to understand that you are not the thoughts and that bad thoughts are a requirement. And so is your recognition of these bad thoughts. And where the problem comes in is when you resist them and you feel like something's wrong with you because you're having them. And then you start to resist. And now there's an energy created there that sneaks in without you knowing it. And it causes you to pull back and not take action. So accept the bad thoughts. It's paradoxical to what you will hear. Accept them, embrace them so you can let them go quicker. The quicker way out is to run in, to embrace, and then begin to elevate and move. Because there are times where you just need to get up and move. Like we're talking, like I started off, just get up and move. But there are other times you need to run in and just embrace what's happening. And the awareness of what's required is up to you. What's required for you to heal, to feel better. I would propose that the embracing part is a much more difficult feat and that you might need professional help, a coach, a counselor, even a psychologist, if you need to run in and embrace these. And there's people out there that are skilled to help you do that. You're not alone. You're not alone. I'm going to share a couple things with you here as we close out. But complicated minds have a hard time thinking themselves to feel better. Complicated minds have a difficult time thinking themselves to feel better. So that's why I started off with move better. Move better, especially when the energy is pulling you down and you want to just go, you want to just fold. Sometimes it's just subtle as standing up with your shoulders back and your head up for a minute and just breathing in as deep as you can. That little moment sometimes is enough to get you out and up, and maybe just observe what's happening. Sun coming in the window, the breeze, subtle noises. Just observe what's happening around you is a great way. I carried some deep scars that took me a while to get over, but I'm here. And I'm going to share, I had put this together on a video. I'm going to share this, and feel free to share this with somebody. And by the way, this is not the be all end all. This is just my little service here on World Mental Health Day. But what can you tell yourself? What self-talk is huge. I'm not alone. Number one, I'm not alone. You are not alone. I can reach out for help. I can reach out for help. Tell yourself, I can reach out for help. You may say, well, I've tried reaching out. People don't understand. Keep reaching out till you find somebody that you can talk to. 2, this feeling will pass. I got this. This too shall pass. Nothing stays. It's our resistance that in our identification with that causes it to stay. The moment you embrace it, it's a paradox. This too shall pass. 3, I am not my thoughts. My thoughts are what my brain is firing. I'm heart. There's deeper parts of me that I can't put into words. Say that. I am not my thoughts. Number 4, I will move better until I feel better. So we started off with the movement. I will move better until I feel better, because when you first start to do this, it might feel awkward. You might feel like, oh, this is uncomfortable, but that's where the brain starts to fire new connections. Overthinkers, it's hard to think yourself to feel better, but you can move yourself to feel better. And you can go to the gym, you can walk, you can go to yoga, but where I found is the power in these micro moments throughout your day when you condition yourself just to get up for a few minutes, put some music on and move and just usher in some new movement, and your emotions follow. You don't have to think yourself there. And it's almost instant. And the science keeps coming back on it. But what we do is the opposite of that is to overthink, isolate, and stagnate on the couch. Too much screen time. So if you feel like that overthinking, just get yourself out of that and get up and begin to move better. I will focus on breathing deeper. I will focus on breathing deeper. And then I would just add, like I started, observe your environment. See if you can get to these moments where the thought train stops. There's a cessation of your own thought train. The brain wants to do something. It wants to connect to something new, but your addiction to predictability, and that's why each thought is a set. You just keep thinking, because you're addicted to predictability. You're addicted to certainty. I got to have more of it. I got to know the answers. Meanwhile, there's the new stuff gets pushed out because you got to have the predictable. You got to know the answers. Free yourself. Allow the uncomfortable moments. Allow yourself to embrace. Allow yourself to feel. You were wired to feel. Your DNA, aside from what Austin says, you showed up here. Your DNA is wired to feel every emotion. You are not the emotion. You are not the thought. They are a part of you, but there's something deeper. So that, and you're wired to feel. You're strong enough to feel. So to summarize, say this to yourself: I'm not alone in this. I can reach out for help. This feeling will pass. I got this. I am not my thoughts. I will move until I feel better. I will focus on breathing deeper. I want to invite you to connect with me this Sunday. I am going to be in Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania with the Poetic Inspirational Experience. I'm going to pop that QR code up or go to my website and you can join me, because one of the greatest things you can do is get away from the screen and get in front of people. I'm doing a live performance this weekend in Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania. We're calling it the Poetic Inspirational Experience. And it's been, the feedback's been great. It's all I can tell you. There's a press release. If you go to my website, you'll see the press release. And here's the QR code as well for those of you that are maybe watching on your computer. So here you go. So let's end how we started here. Just a little bit of movement. Usher in that movement. Your thoughts and your emotions will follow. If you do it long enough and you do it strong enough, I promise Don't take my word for it. Just do it. Just do it, and you will feel better. I promise you. And you begin to add this to your day, to your moments throughout the day. Tap into your power. Sitting and stagnating and overthinking is not the answer. And have fun. If you can get there, or maybe just feel a little bit better, just a little bit better. You don't have to feel, if you can't feel fantastic, just feel a little bit better. I mean, who wants more fun in their life, right? All right, everyone, have a fantastic, terrific Tuesday. My name is Austin. This is my midlife oasis. From employee to poet, that's crazy, but there's other things in between, of course. And I'm going to be rolling out a free clarity session for you. It's not for everybody, but it might be for you. And so pay attention to my LinkedIn and my Facebook. I'll be putting up a graphic with a booking link. I guarantee to help you with mission, purpose, clarity in 15 minutes or less for free. Stay tuned for that. Thanks for being here today. Feel better now. Bye for now.